Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday. I really find the current climate that we are in, I don't mean weather, I mean just the climate of the world that we're in, rather interesting. It seems like every everybody completely lost their filter. They lost their common sense. They lost their mind, basically. Personally, I don't care what a business does outside of me conducting business with them. Okay. If they are pro LGBTQ, for example, and every owner of the business is gay, that's fine. Just don't shove it in my face when I'm shopping at your store. Okay. Uh, it doesn't make a difference. It's the same thing with politics. It's if you want to support Joe Biden, which I don't understand why any business does, because you want to talk about the most anti-business, the Democrat Party is the most anti-business party that ever existed. Okay, hey, let's let the government take over my livelihood. But you know, there are mental midgets out there, and if they want to do it behind closed doors and I never know about it, cool. Okay, you want to run your business into the ground, you want to get woke, go ahead. All right. But if I'm shopping it there, I sure as hell don't want to see it. On the same thing as I really don't care to see, and I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense for anybody to be in a place of business espousing their support for Trump, for example. Okay. On a personal level, that's great. Businesses don't vote. Okay. Unfortunately, Mitt Romney is an idiot. We know that. Businesses aren't people. They're composed of people, but businesses are standalone entities. So I took it as a complete surprise when I got an email from Robin when I woke up this morning. And there is a company based out of Wisconsin called Penzeys Spices. Okay. It's a business that's been around for about 30 years. They're basically a mail order spice company. And, according to their website, they've got like 600,000 customers, or I'd say had 600,000 customers. Because kind of like PayPal, he put his schwanz in his mouth and bit it off. Okay. I'll link the webpage below so you guys can read it if you want to. And I'm going to hit the majority of the letter. But I want you to listen to what he put on his company website. Okay. It's a little long, but it's interesting listening. Watching the slow decline of the Republican Party over the last half century and the steep decline, bottom falling out over the last decade, it can be easy. It can be easy to see the nonsense that has overtaken the party as pretty much random. Once you start seriously looking at the problems America and the world face and who and what are standing in the way of solving those problems, it quickly becomes clear there is nothing random to what the Republicans are promoting. The Republican departure from conservative values and embrace of what, from a distance, looks a whole lot like insanity didn't happen by chance. All of it has been intelligently crafted with the goal of preserving the position of those who profit from the inhumanity that is at the very root of pretty much every problem we are facing, from the environment to racism to discrimination to health to saving our democracy at home and to growing it abroad. Half the time, the Republicans are intentionally blocking the solution to the problems we face. The other half of the time, they are the problems we face. The truth of our time is that we've arrived at a point where there is no way to respect the nonsense the Republican Party is promoting and have any hope of overcoming the problems we as a nation and we as a planet face. Given the choice between saving America and planet Earth or saving the feelings of a Republican voter, we are choosing to side with saving our country and the world. I'm sorry it's come to this. And no, there is no hate in any of this. There's a whole lot of propaganda at the heart of there's a whole lot of propaganda at the heart of much of how Republican voters have been steered away from conservative values to what they now seem all too happy to vote for. The thing to remember about propaganda is that it doesn't just misinform. It also works to make people immune from the truth by convincing them any facts that counter their propaganda are nothing more than hate. But we really have no hate for Republican voters, none at all. I actually like and respect most of you guys. Sure, there are a growing number that are there for the racism, but I still believe the majority of you have good hearts and want to help and do the right thing. I know you to be trustworthy and honest and funny and caring and good souls. The problem isn't what you are. The problem is who is what you are now voting to support. You guys have been turned around. Remember when your distrust of big city types and your deep-rooted beliefs in paying your debts, respecting your marriage, raising kids willing to serve, honoring your word, and going to church every week had you voting for Donald Trump over Joe Biden, all because Biden's son had a computer? Or how you couldn't vote for Hillary because she was over-prepared and used emails? I know that to you your actions seem rational in keeping with your values, but when it comes to voting, you are now consistently voting in people who are the exact opposite of you and the values you hold dear. This guy is completely off his rocker, okay? Exit stage left went his brain. So I saw this, okay, and I decided to send Bill a short email. And I wrote, I saw your post on your disdain for Republicans. You're entitled to your opinion, as misguided as it is, and the public is entitled to theirs as well. We state our opinion with our money that we earn, not handouts. That being said, I'll make sure never to shop your store again and dissuade anyone else from shopping there as well. You know the saying, get woke, go broke. Alienating 50% of your customers is never good business. Best of luck in bankruptcy. It's companies like this that have no business in the United States, period. Okay. This guy is a complete idiot. I could take the word Republican out of this letter and replace it with Democrat, and the letter would actually be accurate. Okay. My favorite line, remember when your distrust of big city types, your deep-rooted beliefs in paying your debts, respecting your marriage, raising kids willing to serve, honoring your word, and going to church every week. That didn't have me voting for Donald Trump. That had me voting for a conservative, not voting for a liberal, because a liberal does not believe in paying their debt. A liberal does not believe in respecting their marriage. A liberal does not raise their kids willing to serve. A liberal does not honor their word. And a liberal does not go to church every week. Those are my options there, Bill. Okay. You know, it's great that you say, oh, this isn't hate. That is exactly the hate. This letter was 100% the epitome of what I was talking about the other day when I was debunking the whole liberal, we'll win a civil war thing. Companies like this, I will be happy to watch the out of business sign go up on the front door. I would be happy to see the passport stamp on his passport that says welcome to China too. Personally, I've never shopped at Penzies. Honestly, I would never shop at Penzies ever again. If this guy wants to espouse the fact that he's a card-carrying communist, hey, more power to you. Be a communist all you want. You run a business in a capitalist country, you might want to rethink before you post blather like this. Because, you know what? People like me, people like you, who are overwhelmingly conservative, whether or not you're Republican, Libertarian, Constitutionalist, whatever, but he kind of lumps us all together as Republicans, okay? We do one thing liberals don't do. Kind of like the old E.F. Hutton commercial. We earn it. You won't be doing that anymore, Bill, because your next financial statement will be going, why the hell are we all in the red? What happened? Like I said in my letter, best of luck in bankruptcy court. Bye. Pinball out.